us in a lot of areas, know so much more about our football team right now than when we started, which we should. Some guys getting better, others need to pick it up. Take your question.
Lovie, obviously huge recruiting weekend. How much does that help give you guys confidence heading into the rest of spring ball?
Well, it helps an awful lot. We're a confident group recruiting has gone well. There's a lot, to like about the University of Illinois. Of course, we talk a lot about the facility, but it's a lot more than that. Guys kind of believe in our vision for our program, and they see that we're close and want to be a part of it.
Why do you think results were so positive in the kind of days afterward?
You've been around here long enough. What is there to dislike about the University of Illinois except for what we've done on the football field, and we're getting ready to change that?
How much did it help getting guys like Marquez and Isaiah here to really sell your vision? They bought in, and now they can kind of preach that to others in the class of 2020.
It helped a lot, and those guys aren't neutral. They let everybody know what's on their mind, why they're here, and why others should join in. Every time you turn around, they're up here. I know a lot of them will be coming back again this coming week, but there's a good vibe on campus. And to be at the University of Illinois this past week, there's a lot going on, a lot of positive things for you to really like. Of course, the recruits were a big part of that.
How much does the facilities getting close to being done play into that?
Again, we're getting close. I went over yesterday for the first time in a while, and we're getting ready to move into one of the best facilities in the country, and that has to benefit. You talk a lot about recruiting. I'm just pumped up for our current roster of players.
How have some of the new coaches that have come on impacted recruiting so far this spring?
The new coaches, they've impacted recruiting, football team. When you lose someone, I see it an opportunity to bring in some new blood, some new ideas. We've gotten that. All of our new guys have done a super job. To be a coach here, of course, recruiting is a big part of it.
To have Mike back as one who played here, does that help in recruiting and bringing players in as well, that knowing that he's done the job here?
Yeah, I think that helps, but I think it's a lot more than that. You just get all guys that have played here on your staff. But Mike knows a lot about the university. It comes out when you talk to him how much he loves the university, and Mike just not Mike as a player, he's got a lot of things, but I think that's a part of it.
This junior day that was just happened last weekend, how was that set up, and who took the reins on getting that together?
And our staff. We're going to have a junior day. That's nothing new. Everybody in America has a junior day. We try to get players on campus as often as we possibly can. That was one day. We're going to try to get them in this weekend too.
Coach, why do you think your cell has resonated so well in Chicago?
We believe in what we're doing. We believe in our program, direction we're heading. We love the university. We see why others should. And eventually people will get on board. I think it's as simple as that. It's a process. Part of the process is going through some things we're going through right now.
How much did it mean to you to see the immediate reaction to that being positive from all those guys in 2020?
That's what we expect. I know we're talking a lot about what's happening right now. That's what's been going on, though. That's the vibe from our current roster. The prospects come in. You guys are kind of seeing it, but that's who we've been for a while now.
When you brought Mike Bailey back, how big of a piece was the recruiting part of that?
Every coach, it's about what he can do as an on-field coach first.
Okay, sure.
You want a good teacher, a good person, a good man, and recruiting is a big part of that too. There's a lot of different boxes that I try to check off when I hire someone,
sure.
And Mike checked them all off.
He jumped in there, it seems like, right away and got heavily involved. I guess he probably had to, right?
Yeah, he did, but everybody has a history and a background too,
sure.
And that's what was expected. That's who Mike Bellamy has been, and I think when you have a history like he has with our place. When the first day he got here, he know more than most of us when he got here. So that has to help the transition quite a bit.
Coach, what do you think Bob McLean's biggest impact has been for your team throughout spring ball?
Bob's an excellent teacher. You start with that. He's a likable guy. Guys trust him, and they'll do anything for him. But you start with that. He's a good teacher, As I talk about coaches, I mean, there's a lot of boxes you have to check off. If you spend any time around Bob McClain, you see what we're talking about. The line got young players getting better daily, and he has a big part in that.
Why do you think he's done so well on the recruiting trail? Like, what makes him stand out?
I mean, these aren't one little quick answer to these. There's so many things that goes into it. You know, of course, you have to be able to sell our university. But I think as much as anything, guys, you know, they're trying to believe in you, the tutor, the teacher a little bit. Not a little bit, an awful lot. You're going to spend an awful lot of time with, you know, with the coaches. And once you spend a little bit of time, we talked about Bob, we talked about Mike, but I'm going to say that for our entire staff. I was a parent, I would trust, you know, these coaches mentoring my sons daily.
Making sure guys stay in state and home, always big deal for you guys. What does it mean to see that area start to trend upwards more, especially here recently?
Well, you just think it's a matter of time, you know, to get the message out for people. You know, first off, we have excellent football in our state. Why wouldn't we want to start here? And of course, we feel like St. Louis area is close too. But you have to do well. There's only one flagship university. You're an Illinois high school athlete. To me, it's a natural progression to go to the University of Illinois, and then and after that, if you keep going, to go and play for the Chicago Bears. So I think that's appealing for a lot of the guys. And if you're a great student, you can get a great education here. So there's so many positive things. The only thing that's been a negative around here at the University of Illinois, we know about what we've done on the field. That'll change, but we need a new facility, and we're getting that. So we're trending in the right direction.
Coach, how much is this weekend kind of a representation of the work you guys put in for the last 2 or 3 years? Those relationships matter over the last 3 years.
Yes, they do. We have a personable staff, and people know what's going on throughout the process. They compare. They do a lot of shopping around, and once you start comparing us with others, and we go back to local guys from our state. You say, why do I need to go somewhere else? I can get everything I'm looking for in a college experience here at the University of Illinois.
These recruits have talked about the family atmosphere that you guys have created. Why do you think that's happened?
I don't know why that's what we are, though. I mean, we are a family. I mean, I think if you spend any time around our guys, we talk about developing the man. That's just not recruiting talk. This is who we are. You know, once you let people see who you are and they take to it, it's a natural progression to take that next step. And we're starting to take some next steps with some of the top prospects coming out.